invite a couple of friends. It's time for Unhinged.
What's really going
A family company with the sole purpose to get you home. Whether you need roadside assistance or transport services, we have a flatbed big enough to transport any vehicle to its destination. Our offer to you is our gratitude and great service at a much cheaper price. We are also open to transport through long distances. If you need us, all you have to do is call that number. I'll see you soon.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Y'all all right? I mean, what's really going on? Thank you so much for tuning in. You tuned in to Unhinged Live. I'm your host, Nikita Tilted Halo Hansford, and I'm sitting alongside two of my very good girlfriends, Coach Cash of Twisted Threads, you know, our favorite in-house certified master life coach, and the absolutely stunning Marisol Colon of Girl Talk Nails. Listen, we have got a barn burner of a show planned for you tonight. But before I get into the rundown, I want to go ahead and take this opportunity to say thank you, thank you, thank you, and welcome to all of our replay viewers that are going to join us a little later. We appreciate your support. So listen, it's a lot going on, and I do not want to belabor the hours. So we're going to go ahead and get into a little bit of a super fan shout out. And I believe tonight's conversation is just going to be a whole segment of what's really going on, because we've been on a bit of a hiatus for a moment, busy with life, because life is absolutely lifing. And, you know, we like to share a little bit about what's we got going on in our personal walks with you all. So before we really get into it, I want to go ahead and give you a heads up. You may actually see some additional tribe members pop up on tonight, because you know how we do it. We like to keep it mixed up over here at Unhinged Life, because just like a box of chocolates, you never know what you gonna get. So listen, before I get into asking you lovely ladies what's really going on and how y'all been doing, I'm just gonna go ahead and ask another tribe member to the stage. Welcome, Rhonda Thomas Booth. What's up, beautiful? Welcome
Good
to the
night,
show.
ladies. What's up? I'm so hyped. I just finished exercise.
Not yet,
so
Rhonda. Not yet. We ain't really get started. We just help. She working it out. See, she don't even know how to act. That's what happened when you let us outside for too long. So check it out. I gotta go ahead and ask y'all, how y'all doing? So I'm gonna start tonight, if you don't mind, Coach Cash. I'm gonna start tonight with Marisol. Marisol says, how you doing, beautiful?
Oh my goodness. Well, life has been lifing, but you know, hanging out with you girls and getting all the positive energy and the prayers have really lifted up my spirit. It's been a whirlwind of emotions, you know, womanhood and all that stuff has come to play. But God's power has come to play even better. So I'm just, you know, I'm doing the best that I can. Joining new things. I joined Veronica's Literary Liberations. So 2025 with a bang. I'm developing a new cuticle oil. I'm upgrading my space. You know, all of that to say that even though the obstacles are there, if we keep our mind focused and thinking of positive things, sometimes we don't have to do too many things physically. You know, it could be mind on paper and then, you know, so that's where I'm at. And I'm just happy to be here, feeling grateful, you know. I feel like I'm missing out on a couple of shenanigans because I see y'all acting up. I see it.
Listen, that's for later though, Marisol. That's for later.
I don't see it. I see it.
That's for later, Marisol. You ain't got to chastise us publicly. You know you on hiatus right now.
I'm drinking my water.
Yeah, drink your water, Ron. Let me try and deal with Marisol right now.
Oh no,
Marisol.
but I'm loving it. I'm loving everything. I'm loving
We're
it
gonna be
because
shenanigating with you very, very soon, sis. You
I
already
know
know
that.
what's in the works,
I
Mhm.
okay?
cannot wait. I
So
cannot
forgive
wait.
us. Just know that we are the chief shenanigators whenever we happen to pop through.
What? I'm waiting.
Okay.
I'm on the sidelines right now as your cheerleader, watching all the shenanigans go on. But I'm cheering. I'm cheering there, right there, because I know
Mhm.
my
I
friend
love
is
it.
coming.
Well,
My
that might be the wind beneath our wings, encouraging us to take it a little bit further than we really need to go. Ask my right knee about that. But allow me to digress and go ahead and welcome Rhonda to the platform and ask her the same question. How you doing? What's really going on, Rhonda?
A lot. I will say a lot. It is countdown to the end of the year, and I've been trying to like connect with a lot of my girlfriends that I haven't seen throughout the year, just to let them know I'm still here for you. You know, just reconnecting on a. We end the year. We began the year together. We end the year together. So just catching up on a lot of things because there's a lot of things that change with women as a we are struggling. We're going through so much financially, physically, mentally, emotionally, going through so much. And to reconnect with women and have a night where you can laugh and just have a good time. And that's one of the things I really wanted to focus on before the end of the year. Uh, then I was out there again in my fashionable style, walking the runway, thanks to Miriam, and it felt so good. You know, it's like it's bringing back some feelings that you're never too old to do anything. And I say that to the young, the middle, the want to call yourself, never too young to do anything. That said, um, also working on a workshop for 2025. Um, self-care, self-love. That's what we're going in for 2025. Just shine bright, shine bright. And hoping to I'm connecting with a lot of young people, mentoring, just trying to keep them positive. In a world that's full of negativity, especially on social media, just trying to keep them positive and
Mhm.
connecting with all you guys and hoping that we can do a lot more and then include Marisol on the shenanigans and Karen on the shenanigans.
wait.
But yes, it's been a really busy last couple of months and we're countdown to the end of the year and I'm just excited. I can't complain. You know, some days you got aches and pains, but we can't complain. Can't
Not
complain.
at all, because we're alive to experience and feel every single one of them pains, Rhonda.
Exactly.
I often, attribute my pain as a gift because I realize that I'm alive and I'm able to feel when somebody else doesn't have the same testimony. So, yes, I embrace pain as a gift because that means my body is functioning properly. My little sensors they doing all right. So check it out. I see you in the comments. What's up, Miss Miriam? I see you, beautiful. Karen, I had to
Yes.
save you for last. Look, I see essence of hula skirt all over you, sis. How you doing? What's really going on?
Blue water, blue water, blue water, blue. Yes, all of the waves. Can I just tell you, God is so good. And for those who, we all have those things in our lives that remind us to take those moments of gratitude. And honey, I went all the way on the other side of the world, and it was a silent worship, right? Because those of you who have, and I say have the privilege of worshiping alongside and with me. Y'all know I will cut a rug. I'll be from one side of the building to the next. And then in this season, God was like, it's okay for you just to sit down and for your rest to be your worship. Oh, come on, y'all. That's an entire word. For your rest to be your worship. And so being able to connect with my whole husband. So when he come back and he start acting up, Marisol, I tell him I want my Hawaiian husband. Just don't be coming over here with that North Carolina stuff. I want the Hawaiian version of you. It was yes, Karen, whatever you want. Yes, my beautiful wife. Honey, I was out there even in a bikini. Can't tell me nothing. I tell you the
Oh,
level.
hey, girl.
Ah!
You
Only
see, I
that.
love the vacation husbands. I love the vacation.
That part. The only thing that was missing was my glow in the dark the fingernail polish. I promise you.
Maybe Santa will bring it to you for Christmas. I'm feeling
Yes,
like you
I'm
was a
telling
little bit
you.
naughty this year.
It's a wonderful thing. I mean, I feel like I tried to balance it out, Marisol. So I'm not gonna say I was good all the time, but I tried to, a little bit of sassy and a little bit of sweet. So to God be the glory. We came back with 10 days back. We about 10 days back now, and we ready for the next trip. But God is gracious and merciful, and not only gave us traveling mercy, but also, beautiful weather. It was 80 degrees. Meanwhile, over here, folks was dealing with snow and cold. And I was like, I don't have that testimony. I do not know what thou might be talking if about it. And so I'm grateful for that. We had the kids come through for Thanksgiving. We didn't break any city ordinances that caused for jail or prison time. So I'm grateful for that. And I was grateful to see them all come in glory. Grateful to see them take their behinds right on back home with all their personal shenanigans. So this is just a wonderful season, and we're going to talk a little bit more about it. But even the significance of the habits and things that we're doing right now. So in Hawaii, this only worked for me and my husband. It might not work for you and your boo, but literally, we took our laptops, had our business meetings, and talked about the launch of what we're doing foundationally together, because we both have things that we do separately. And for some reason, my husband thinks it's sexy when we work together. Like I just am my regular self, but he's just like, oh my goodness, you're just so beautiful. Oh, this is just so wonderful.
Intelligence is the new sexy, girl.
I promise
Yes.
you.
Yeah,
Power.
intelligence is the sexy.
Power.
We probably, in my opinion, we spent a few minutes on that, right? But it kind of jump started some other things that we were able to bring home with us, and we're building and we're talking, and it just is it's a different atmosphere. But God took us on that side of the world to deal with us individually and to bring us together. So like we ready, super couple, all of the things. And I'm grateful because, as women, as wives, as mothers, as aunties, as sister friends, we do a lot of praying, right? And we cover our husbands and we wait. We cover the men in our lives and we wait. And it'd be like, okay, Lord, is this thing burnt yet? Like, what we doing here? Because their timing is different than ours. Their movements are different than ours. But I'm grateful that God has given me, that strong spirit of patience to know that if God said it, it's going to happen. So it's been a wonderful time. I'm excited for 2025, but not because of just the new things that I'm waiting for, but because we're working on it now, and we know the celebrations is going to come. Rhonda, we going to get cake. That's all I'm hearing. You said what? Book? You said what? Runway? You said what? Shana? It's gonna be cake. And Keita, I could not be more excited. So we're gonna keep on walking because I'm eating cake in 2025. That's all I know.
Love it.
Yes.
You
like
cake
cake.
in 2025.
You like cake.
I feel that too. I feel like 2025. I mean, every year I get a word or something that God gives me and I follow that. But this year the word for me was incognito. Like, just be quiet about things, do things, take a step back, relax, chill. It's not that serious. You don't have to go 100 miles an hour,
Yes.
That's a word.
Yeah.
Very true, Marcel. Sometimes you just gotta sit back. And like I said, when you're younger, there's so much noise in your head. Even at this age too, there's so much noise in your head. You cannot hear when God is talking to you. And then he's telling you sit down, but you don't want to sit down. And then he put things in your path to make you sit down. So now you can listen because you can't move, you can't do this. So the only option you have is to listen. And
Yeah.
I think that a lot of times you have to really stop and listen. And that's the quiet time. My quiet time is like late at night when I can hear things and I can talk. I'm not going nuts, but I'm hearing things. I'm hearing plans. I'm hearing, go rest because I have something to tell you. So while I'm laying there, all these things come to mind. So sometimes we just have to stop and listen.
Well,
Love
y'all
it. Love
already know I have it posted on my Facebook page, and it ain't never gonna change. Psalm 46 and 10. It's not the full scripture, but got the A part, the part with the meat of the matter. Be still. Be still. Because a lot of times we delay our journeys by doing what only God can do for us, if that makes any sense. We're all experienced. We've raised children. We've helped raise other people's children. We are leaders in many of our community environments as well as in the workplace. So it comes natural to each and every one of us. Oh, I got the handle. I got the handle. But when you take a step back and just look around and recognize how perfectly God created everything and how everything works together, you start to realize can't nobody outdo God in doing anything, right? So look, I don't even know how we got here. Y'all know I'll be getting inspired. Maybe it's the way I wrap my hair up tonight, but I stay ready, so I ain't got to get ready. And we got to move the show along. And we got to move the show along. Before I go ahead and get into our super fan shout out tonight, I got to catch y'all up with me. Y'all, it's been a whole lot of restoration going on in my life. Again, I find myself in a position where I'm actually taking the advice that I give to so many others, and I'm beginning to see the manifestation of my amazing ability to sit still and wait on God. All right. Today, I am happy to announce that I'm going to be somebody's mother-in-law, y'all.
I gotta get up on that.
Yay! God is blessing. God is blessing. God is blessing. Do I need to say one more time for the people in the back?
Yeah.
God is blessing y'all. So I know we're in a season, where I could actually be here sad, broke down, and forlorn because, my mother's birthday is on December 21st. That's coming. But today is my oldest daughter's birthday. So I'm in the spirit of celebration because if anybody knows our journey, if anybody knows our story, nobody but God could do what he's doing right now. I bust up in the room, and my favorite thing to encourage people is to just trust the process because it always works together for your good. Now, would I be sitting here together tonight with you all, sharing this testimony, had I tried to go and be a helicopter mom to my grown behind child? No. I don't believe I could have, because sometimes you got to let these grown behind children go so that they can grow everything that you imparted in them before they left the nest. So I know what I poured into both of my children. All I had to do is wait for the harvest to return. So yeah, I'm excited tonight. My baby, both my children are very gifted, but my Kimberly is getting married, y'all. She's finna be somebody. What? She finna be some.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, I done gave a child shout out, but I got to give a super fan shout out. Before we get into what we doing for 2025. Can I get into this super fan shout out real quick?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I get a drum roll, DJ Cash?
Boom.
Listen. Go on and listen up, y'all. And If he ain't in here, somebody go get him because I'm about to talk about him all in his face. Listen, it's very rare that you come in contact with people in life who just do stuff for you and they don't even know you. I thank God that I walk in the grace and in the favor that I do. Because it's only him that opens the doors for me that he does. Now, I say this as I begin to talk to everybody, talk about everybody's favorite DJ. That's right. Tonight's super fan shout out goes to none other, the tribe's very own DJ Zine. Can I get another drum roll for this for DJ Zine? Hand clap, hand clap. There you go. Hand clap. I'm excited. I'm excited. Super fan shout out tonight. That's DJ Zine.
Yeah.
The crowd rocker, the party mover. Since the moment I made this brother's acquaintance, he has been steady. Just steady. From his representing his hometown of Brooklyn, New York. This brother is out here making sure that I stay active. Yeah, I take it real personal when I walk in the spot and Zeem is on the 1 and 2, and I can barely, greet my compadres before I'm out there busting the move or 2 or 3, 4 or 5. DJ Zeem, thank you so much for keeping and making the praise loud on them turntables. Every time we come into a room in a celebratory atmosphere, every time we come into a room where it's just a whole lot of good folks having a good time, just kicking back, celebrating life, you keep us motivated. You keep us moving. And not only do you command the 1s and 2s, you step from behind those 1 and 2s and you embrace and you greet people as if you're the smallest person in the room. We appreciate you, Zeem, because you are actually the loudest voice. We appreciate your lovely wife, who is often by your side. Shout out to you, Kayla. We see you too, girl. Next week, I might have some money to get some of that Rasta pasta from you. I see you out there doing your thing too. But yeah, DJ Zeem, we appreciate you. May God continue to bless you, grow you, and allow your wildest dreams to be made manifest while you're well, can enjoy and tell the testimony of exactly what it is God has done for you. You solid, brother, and the tribe got you. We really appreciate you, Zeem. So check it out. I got to go ahead and ask y'all another question, since it's where we at. And I know Marisol kind of touched on it a little bit. What y'all prepping for 2025? Y'all gonna be posting that? Oh, I'm be large in charge 2025. Y'all doing that post, or are you being incognito, as you said, Marisol, and just keeping your plans private and at the foot of the throne? What we doing, ladies? What we doing?
So I'm keeping semi-private because I do want to encourage my community to go ahead and step outside their comfort zone. So I will post certain things, but then other things I'm just gonna keep to myself and see where it goes. I don't want to say like prematurely and then it doesn't happen and I'm like, oh man, how embarrassing. Even though that's not the case, because trust me, the things are already happening. But you know what I mean? Like probably whatever I feel is going to advance the community, that's what I'm going to share. I'm going to try to lay off the politics posting. It's so getting on my nerves. But I am going to do my incognito stuff.
Okay.
I love it. I saw a post earlier and they said, keep silent and let them think you're losing. Because sometimes people don't even realize, so they don't realize that they're being haters, right? Mm-hmm. They don't realize. And sometimes then we'll be like, oh, why are they being haters towards me? I didn't do anything. It could be the people closest to you. They just don't know this version of you, right? They don't know this version of you. And so they like, well, that's not Karen. I am undefined. So as soon as you try to put a definition on me, it just is God's love for me that he flipped the script and remixed everything about me uh even whether I signed up for it or not. So yeah, I'm be moving in silence, let the folks think like, well, what they doing over there? I'm okay, because when and I'm gonna say this, because the real ones know to pray for you if you are being silent, right? The real ones know, oh, I ain't heard from Karen, Lord bless her, whatever she's doing. And I know that's not just me. Like, I don't have to say, Marisol, I pray for your book. Marisol, I pray for you and your husband. Marisol, I pray for your grandkids. But it'll be something that reminds me. It's like, Lord bless her and let her know it's you. Because I don't need for you to, be seeking me out. We're supposed to be sending the praise back to him. And so in those times where it's like, oh, I ain't heard from Rhonda, what's going on? Now I'm gonna check on y'all, because we had that relationship. But there are many folks who, I promise, it's powerful just for you to pray for the people who you haven't heard from. They not on the gram, they not on Facebook. You don't see them posting like they used to, because there are certain people that we know they up to something. Lord, I don't know, but I hope it's big. I know it's gonna be good, but let me not miss it, because these algorithms will have you missing it. Don't let me miss it, Lord. And just let that be the prayer. So moving in silence. They could think I'm losing. We chilling.
We chilling. Straight like that. What about you, Rhonda? You about to run any random 5Ks? Anything on deck?
See, the same way too, because a couple years ago, I would announce I'm running here, I'm doing a marathon, I'm doing that. And then after, like Marcel said, if you don't do it, then you look like a fool. But at this point, we don't care. You hit 50 and it's like, I don't care. But I like to do first and then announce. So if I'm running my first 5K is always St. Luke's. I didn't sign up this year because I think it's going to fall into my daughter's graduation or the college graduation. Something is happening on that weekend, so I don't want to miss it, because years I'm running. So this 2025, I'm like, whatever happens. That's the mindset that I'm in right now. Whatever happens. And to keep the quotes on, one that I saw was, when you walk in silence, your excellence will always speak for you. So you walk in silence, and then whatever you're planning, it will come out, because you're that walk in silence. So whatever you're doing is going to come out. So the stuff that I'm planning is not like my books. I will talk about my books, my notebooks and stuff. I'll keep doing that. And I like to post those when I'm finished. So the finished product is what you'll see. So I'm not going to tell you, oh, I'm creating this one. Oh, I'm creating that one. When it's done, then you'll know that it's finished. Go check it out. So I wouldn't say like I'm going to keep quiet, but you'll know. When you see me modeling, it's after the next day. I'm not posting before, or actually when I'm there, you see my shoes and that's it. But I think that's the fun part that I get. But my business, I am going to keep some stuff and share it. You guys in the group know, because I get your advice, I get your input, because feedback is very good, because it helps you go back to the drawing board, because you're the audience as well. So if I do something, you say, tweak that, like, Nikita, you helped me with my logo. I already had it saved, but I'm so in the mindset, like, do I change it for this, or do I go with it? And you said, no, girl, that's good. I add some stuff and that's good. So I think I'm going to just be me.
Just be.
Just be. 2025 people are already counting down all the bad things and what's going to happen. But why? Wake up and just be you. Just do it.
Yeah. You already know.
I want to inspire people. I don't want people to feel like they have to imitate me or copy, so to speak.
Yeah.
I want to inspire, not necessarily have the other one clone my ideas or try to be someone they're not. I just want to inspire other women to embrace who they are, embrace themselves,
Yes.
go out there and do it. And like Rhonda said, and you know, at our age, we don't got time. We don't got time for that. I
No,
only got time for good shenanigans.
the good shenanigans.
You know
Yes.
what I mean?
Who done clone Marisol?
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna clutch my pearls. What?
Right? We just out here doing it. Just do it. Just do you do it.
Yes.
Be you. Be
Yes.
all those things. Like, you know, don't worry about. I say that to the young people too, because I know after you get a certain age, you just like, I only got a couple of years left on this earth, and I'm just going to try and do as much as I can before I'm gone. So the young people, you try to encourage them that don't waste time arguing, don't waste time being negative. Keep that positive going and just keep going straight up. Like, don't look back, just keep going.
That's
You
what I
know,
would have told my younger self. I would tell my younger self that. Why
same,
you wasting time on that, girl? Get out of there.
right?
Because it's really not that deep.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, I share the same sentiment, but if y'all been paying attention to your girl Tilted, you already know I love moving in silence, and then I just pow, pop out on you. Y'all ain't even realize I was right there the whole time. And as it's already been said, excellence is developed in silence. And you know, the master potter is my chief business partner, and there's nothing about this brand, there's nothing about anything that I do in this life that I don't consult with him about. As I was sharing with Barbie in a conversation, I said, listen, I'm a whole prophet, boo. I go where I'm sent, and I don't always understand why I'm being sent, especially into some of these diverse places where, you know, light is not supposed to be according to a particular set of people with a particular mindset. But I'm telling you, my life has been so enriched by my obedience and going places where others are afraid to go. I find myself being blessed by the conversations I'm having with so many different people, finding that there's commonality in so many of us. That's male and female alike. We all have the same concerns. We all have the same desires, and we all need a certain level of support, or that one person in the background that is always going to encourage us in saying that it's already all right. All right. You know, while we're waiting, you got to believe that it's already okay. And everything is going to turn out and work together for your good. So listen, it's been great catching up with you all to this point, but we got to keep the train moving, because I'm looking at the time and I'm looking at this here conversation. We got quite a few things to talk about. If y'all notice, I added to the bottom of our flyer, what's really going on? Because listen, what's really going on has been out of control, honey. And I promise you, I should have little thingies on my neck from going, what? Say what now? Say what now? Listen, for how many times I've had that reaction to something I've seen or heard in the last few months. You know, ignorance truly has been bliss for me, because I have checked off and checked out of mainstream media. Might be why I have a little extra shine to me, because I'm not carrying the stress of the world right now. But allow me to digress. I want to go ahead and ask my good best friend, Karen Sims Carroll of Twisted Threads. Gone. I'm gonna need you to be DJ Cash for me right now. I'm gonna need you to be DJ Cash.
Listen, here we go. Listen, so we always get the opportunity to big up the folks that are around us, because we have so many creatives around us, right? We got musicians, we got authors, we've got creatives, we got fashion designers, we've got DJs. I mean, we got gospel artists, we got club artists, from everywhere. But tonight we are celebrating one of our brothers from the Virginia area who I know, Tilted, he been in your pocket for a little while, but I just enjoy following this brother on social media. And I can't say that about a lot of people, right? But he really has a heart for community because he's always like giving back. But he's giving back. He loves community, loves supporting dads, loves supporting families. But he really does make some music for us to sway and bump to, right? So tonight we get the opportunity to share new music. New music. You know, I love my premieres, right? Tilted, you know, I love the premieres. This new music, it just dropped yesterday. So this week, this is brand new from our brother Walt Leon, also known as DJ Davis. So he over there on the YouTube channels under Walt Leon Music TV. So everything all together. This one is called Blocking My Blessings. And we know for good and well, this is not the time. This is not the time to be blocking my blessings. So here I go, putting my DJ hat on, and we're going to get right into it.
This whole time I was blocking my blessings. Should've prayed, but instead I was stressing. Took me a while, but I finally got the message. It was clear once I learned my lesson. My blessings, my blessings. This whole time I was blocking my blessings. My blessings, my blessings. I should've prayed, but instead I was stressing. My blessings, my blessing. Took me a while, but I finally got the message. My blessing, my blessing. I had to learn to let go and just let him.
I've been so focused on my problems, thinking it ain't fair. Picture distorted, got distracted, vision wasn't clear. So quick to anger, didn't notice God was testing me. Vision impaired, couldn't see that he was blessing me. They tried to keep my daughter from me, it was stressing me. I worried about the now, God's focus was longevity. He kept his promise when he said, I'm never forsaken. He took my pride so his glory could never be taken. My faith was shaking a little, started depressing me. A little Maya and JC, it got the best of me. I'm a dog, fighting's in my pedigree. Kelly and Beyonce, the child was in my destiny. Had to get out my way and notice this is God's plan. It's bigger than my feelings and what I understand. I started focusing on God and stopped running, man. That's when my dance became my praise. I did the
This
running,
whole
man.
time I was blocking my blessings. Should've prayed, but instead I was stressing. Took me a while, but I finally got the message. It was clear once I learned my lesson. My blessings, my blessings. This whole time I was blocking my blessings. My blessings, my blessings. I should've prayed, but instead I was stressing. My blessings, my blessings. Took me a while, but I finally got the message. My blessings, my blessings. I had to learn to let go and just let him.
I took a while to know the picture, I had bad connection. Incomplete circle, wrong direction, I kept page refreshing. It took forever to connect, thought I was doing well. I was making a bunch of noise, I'm talking AOL. I tried to aim, but the message wasn't instant. Thought it was Dame time, he let me score from a distance. It's not perfection, it's progression. Ever since I got with the flow, my insurance is progressive. I had to answer the call even when I wasn't ready. Need the world to see his face, this God not Wizard Kelly. Can't get complacent, growth is good. I went from playing Robin Hood to buying stocks on Robin Hood. Because of God, I'm able to see the best in me. Can't let your history abort your destiny. I've been a bird, I've been about the action. In order to feed the purpose, gotta starve the distraction.
This whole time I was blocking my blessings. Should've prayed, but instead I was stressing. Took me a while, but I finally got the message. It was clear once I learned my lesson. My blessings, my blessings. This whole time I was blocking my blessings. My blessings. My blessings. I should have prayed, but instead I was stressing. My blessings. My blessings. Took me a while, but I finally got the message. My blessings. My blessings. I had to learn to let go and just let him.
You're determined to become a CFA charter holder.
All right,
Kaplan
all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Had to
All
learn
right.
not blocking my blessings. How about that? Not blocking my
Gotta learn.
blessings.
Gotta learn. That's a lesson. That's a lesson.
Gotta
So,
learn.
Sometimes we self-sabotage, that's for sure.
Yep.
But
But you
I'm
know
about to
what?
have
Sometimes it's unbeknownst. I don't think that we block them all the time knowing that we're blocking them.
Yeah. Too busy doing other stuff.
I'm going to use that as an excuse just for a little bit.
hey, so check it out. I just had to clear my throat because y'all know where we getting ready to go, right?
Where we
Drink some
going?
more
Where
water.
we going?
Mm.
Okay, all
It's
right.
all-
We clean.
We got a number of different topics, and I see the time, so we just getting ready to get into it. What's really going on?
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 On and
What's
on
really-
and on and on
And on and on
On
and
and
on.
on and on and on.
on and on and on and on. All right.
On and on and on and on.
To the
and
break of
hey,
dawn.
listen, it could be whatever, because you know we up here we could chop it up about a whole lot of different things. But check it out. The first thing on our list tonight. Can we offer a moment of silence? Yeah, we need to go ahead and offer a moment of silence for the recent loss of a literary great. I have been a long time fan of this Shiro, because that's what I call her. For many of us who came up in the ranks trying to major in English, but still don't know how to speak properly without, splitting listen. We thank God for the life of Nikki Giovanni. So we just gonna go ahead and give 30 seconds of silence in honor of her memory before we go further. Go ahead, 30 seconds, y'all. Look, 30 seconds could be mad long when you ain't used to being silent, ain't it? But check it out. Again, let me repeat. I've been a huge fan of Nikki Giovanni for years, and Karen and I actually shared the experience together on the night where we got to sit front row center and just glean from her wisdom, the anecdotes, the sass, the class, the wisdom, the history that we know as the person we've called Nikki Giovanni for 81 years on this side of heaven. Now, she's left an awesome legacy that I'm sure we've taken note. She's inspired so many people, not just those who are seeking to become poets in their own right, but the number of different musicians who have quoted and sampled her many bodies of work over the years. Listen, Nikki Giovanni was second to none. So you all know I tend to dabble with the pen. And the night we got to make her acquaintance, she ain't had no more books, y'all. And I was trying to replace one of my books that I'd actually lost in a house fire many years ago. It was a collection. And anybody in the audience, and you feel so led to be a blessing, the name of the collective was Cotton Candy on a Rainy Day, which is actually a poem that she'd written and spoke so very well. Well, sis didn't have any more books. She sold out by the time I got to the desk. So what I did was just be me. I pulled out my checkbook and I asked Nikki to go ahead and autograph one of my checks. And it's still tucked in my checkbook. And that was my way of connecting with her and having a little piece of my own future and what will happen with me as I continue to put paper and pen together and write out some of these many bars that tend to run through my mind. Karen, thank you, sis, for always reminding me that I have books to publish, not just a chapter here or there, but books to publish. And y'all, I never answered that question. That's on my goal sheet for 2025. Let's get the next one popping and out there. So yeah, shout out to Nikki Giovanni. She gonna be with us forever because we have her writings.
Have her writings.
We have her writings.
Yeah, I have to share a, part of that memory of being able to hear Nikki speak. And I had the pleasure of listening to her at two different universities. And one of the things that I just love about Nikki, she was like, it's a privilege to get old, but I recommend it. Like, this was one of her lines. And to get to a place, Rhonda, you say it often, where it's like, she's like, I'm at a place where I do not care what other people think about me, and how freeing that is. And we say it all the time. We try to teach it to our children, but they may not understand the full depth of, if I did not care what somebody else thought about me, imagine how freeing that makes me to do the things in the world that I need to do. Here's my favorite Nikki memory, though. One, we grew up with the books of the greats in our home. My mom was an avid reader. She believed in it. She reminded us of it. We had the little red reader books with the gold lettering. And so we had Nikki Giovanni and James Baldwin and William Faulkner and some of the other people. Those are the three that, for some reason, I just always remember seeing them. And then I get the first chance to meet her. And that was, I believe, the time that we both met her together, Nikita. But she told us a story about how she went and got a Thug Life tattoo. Now, little old lady, very unassuming at this point, but she considered Tupac to be a very important, prolific writer, during our time, during her lifetime. And I thought that spoke so much, because 80 years, right? She is 81. She was 81 at her passing. 80 years of knowing some of the people who the media said, and you're acceptable, and you will represent, your community, you'll represent your race as being the best of the best. And she highlighted somebody who didn't get put on a pedestal that way, right? Like, we know Tupac for his rapping. We know him as a prolific rapper, but not everybody had the privilege to be able to sit down and hear the words that he spoke. Similar to our sister and ancestor now, Nikki Giovanni, and all of the work that she did. When we met her, she was, I think, completing the book at that time, One Good Cry, and it talked about the loss of her mother. And how fitting that was for us, even before we knew the time that she talked about how the loss of her mother affected her, and how it just needed to happen, right? That one good cry that you get to say, you know what, this wasn't what I planned. This wasn't the way that I wanted life to go. But that one good cry made space for so much more joy to enter our lives. And so rest in power. We'll never forget. I don't remember a time without Nikki being in my life. So I'm grateful to be one of those to say that. And hopefully, I hate if it comes in the passing, but it's still impact, right? That our younger people tag on to say, who is this Nikki? Why they making a big deal about her? What did she do? So that they can go back and understand, when you live life unapologetically, it doesn't mean that you're going to be on everybody's A list, but it does mean that you're going to be able to create a quality work. So just appreciate the person and the impact that she never stepped down. She never tried not to be, and that's definitely an inspiration for me every day.
Every single day.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, thank you for allowing us to share that, ladies. Do either of you have any thoughts to share on Miss Giovanni, or can we keep the train rolling? All right, I take that silence as my.
May she rest in may she rest in peace.
Yes.
And to get back to that Tupac comment, I think it's like we have Kendrick Lamar now for the new generation, you know, similar to that.
True.
Right. I know I have to
Yeah.
get more into reading more.
Yeah.
It's a
Well, you
lot.
know,
There's a lot of greats out there, but she was definitely one of them.
yes, absolutely, absolutely. So look, you know, I got to go there, y'all. Hey,
Yes,
Zim,
you
y'all
do.
see our favorite DJ? We just shouted you out. And this is
Hey.
Hi, Z.
shout out to your young DJ coming up on the ones and twos. I saw the little toddler two turntable set, just absolutely adorable. So look, we got to keep it moving. We got to keep it moving. Sugar, 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 sugar. Listen. All right, now we all recognize, at least we should know by now, that something absolutely tragic happened in New York City a couple weeks ago. Yes, I'm talking about the daylight murder of the United Healthcare CEO. There's been so much conversation about this, but I want to bring this to the table tonight because I'm flabbergasted, y'all. You know, as I said, flabbergasted. By some of the things I've seen. I haven't dialed into it too deep because I can't handle but so much negative energy. But I see, you know, man ain't even cold. And so many people around this country have actually been celebrating the murder of this man and have actually began to acknowledge his assassin as the patron saint of healthcare. Now, you know, I like to go ahead and clutch my pearls right now because I never thought that I would live to see the day where our country in mass would be celebrating something that is so personal and devastating to a family, you know, who are also American citizens, just like us. Now, y'all know I got my hands in on the front line, and I'm very aware of what's going on with the healthcare structure in this country. And I understand that so many people are frustrated with the level of care that their individual health plans, you know, actually do and don't cover. Listen, it's a whole lot. And we already know that the price of healthcare is astronomical. But at the end of the day, when did it become okay to celebrate a thing like this? You know, I understand if I'm watching my baby girl on the Xbox getting her Call of Duty on, and she beat her personal high score and has advanced to the next level. That's a video game. Because after she loses her lives on that video game, she gonna power up and live to shoot again. But here it is. Last time I checked, I had a pulse. Last time I checked, we all have a pulse. Ain't no zombies out there just yet that I'm aware of. Last time I checked, we all have heartbeats. Last time I checked, we have emotions. The last time I checked, empathy was reigning supreme. But here we are. What's really going on, y'all? Rhonda, what's really going on with this, Rhonda?
You know, when I first saw it, there was a lot going on in my head coming from the mental health part of it. Like, what will possess you to do what you did? And it took me back to when my daughter, she's highly allergic, shellfish, nuts, you name it, she's allergic. And I know watching her go through all the different reactions by that one peanut, or even the taste of peanut in something, and her throat closing up and she can't breathe. Then to know that the insurance company was not covering that EpiPen anymore. So now I have to pay $800 out of my pocket for a life-saving device.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you all kind of things went through my head. And at first it was at Walmart, because you filled it and then you told me that it's $800. And I was like, no, I have insurance. So why am I paying $800 when the insurance covered this? And she was like, well, the insurance no longer covers that. Did I get a letter? Did I get an email? Did I get something to prepare me so that I can get another device in case? Because now I had nothing. And if God forbid she took something, my child is gone, because the insurance that we're paying for does not cover the device that is needed to save her life. And like I tell you, I got so angry. I give it to that Walmart person. I just laid it out because I want you to understand what you're telling me. But again, it wasn't her, it's the ones at the top. So I'm not going to celebrate the fact that what this young man did to the CEO was right, because it is wrong. Because we're life to me is like, it's like you have no care or concern for life. Yes, you may have been impacted. I don't know how that impacted you personally, but for the news to keep replaying it all the time, I think that's what gets into people's head, because the news is feeding you this information. We saw it, it happened, done. We talk about something else, but the fact that they're replaying it, this is playing with people's minds now. And I don't like that fact, because you're encouraging something to happen, and then at the same time saying, well, why would he do this? So now we have to go back into this young man's life and go all the way back from the time he was born to bring us information to explain why this happened. And it's just wrong. Wrong is wrong. So that's where I am with it. I see the people who are frustrated, especially if you had a loved one whose medical insurance, or they couldn't cover devices, or they couldn't cover medication, and it was the life or death situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I could see the hurt and I could see the anger, because everybody outside in this world, they're not okay. And all it takes is one trigger. All it takes is one trigger for you to lose it. And especially if you love somebody, you will lose it. So I'm at the point where I don't want to see it anymore. You guys need to take care whatever legally to do what you need to get do, but it should not be something, instead of showing us, tell us this is not the way to handle stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You want to reach out to these CEOs, write them. There's so many people, write them. Let's say you find a cheaper health insurance. You don't want to work with them no more, but you got to find a way that hurts them in the pocket. That's the only way they'll listen, because they're the ones making the six and whatever figure is above there. So you have to find a way to let it hurt in their pockets.
Good point. Excellent.
So that's
point,
where I am
Shawn.
with that. It's just sad that people, this care for life anymore is not there. He's not going to come back because it's not a video game, but we don't have that care. You said empathy, caring, like understand. We don't have that. We don't. We're as a society, we're losing that. We're losing that. You
Yeah.
get angry, you're taking a gun. You get angry and you're killing people. You're angry, and this is the way that we handle stuff now. Just get rid of it. But it's sad.
What's up,
I see Mercy. You
Marisol?
open up your hand.
Well, this whole thing stresses me the heck out
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
much, because I've been in healthcare. My entire career is healthcare. So I've seen like all the changes, from 20, 30 years ago. I'm on the fence about it. nobody should be killing anybody like that. That's just
Right.
nuts, right? So we all agree on that.
Yes, we agree.
And I do feel sorry for that guy's kids. You know, they're gonna have to grow up without a dad, and it's a whole, it's a whole separate thing. But what makes a person go out and do something like that? That's the question. The laws are not set up. They're not set up to help us. Unfortunately, I feel like that the laws are not set up to help us, and then we go out there, we try to change them,
Mhm.
and somebody comes and finds a loophole, or
Yeah.
or something always happens. So I sympathize with the killer. I sympathize with him because of the mental illness behind the act, not the act, but the mental illness behind the act. Because when my husband was recovering from that traumatic brain injury,
Mhm.
he was on so many medications because they I feel like the some of the pharmacists, not the pharmacists, but some of the insurance companies, they want to keep you hooked on medicines. They don't want you to be well.
It's a business.
Yeah, it's a business, but he was
Yeah.
in so much pain, so much pain, so much pain. I didn't go out and shoot this one, that one, the other one. I tried to figure out what was best for him that we could do to minimize the trauma for him, and we figured it out. And corruption is corruption, and the insurance companies are still the way they are. But we can't go losing it and just shooting everybody. I also gonna say this, we learn by example. So if we have, politicians that are doing, politicians there, we have pedophile politicians. We have a felon that's going to be the president. We have this, we have that. So now, of course, the nation is going to be not too sensitive about, stuff that goes on like that, because everybody is just totally upset about what's happening,
It's
and then
normalized. It's
yeah, like
normalizing
so if
criminals.
you have a felon as a president, really, you're gonna put me in jail for what? For what? Like, come on. So that's my thing. I have a it's I have a love hate thing right now with the whole. But
Hey,
I'm praying for both sides. How's that?
yeah,
Yes.
it's all good. We
Yes.
got to pray for the whole world.
We
Yes.
do.
What's up,
We
Karen?
do. We
I
do.
see you over there.
One of the things that I think we have to be mindful of, right? We done already wrote all of the books. We seen all of the movie, right? This John
Yep.
Q. This is John Q. Denzel
All
Washington,
over again.
all over again. And
Yes.
Right, that's right.
we were entertained by it. And I mean, we had conversations in my house because I got 5 kids. Which one of y'all getting this hard? I'm using it right now, but a lot of it goes back to the behavior not only being normalized,
Yeah.
but also being careful on how we comment on both sides, right? So now the organizations and companies are taking their information offline on who the CEOs are. They could do all of that. They can mask it, but it's not hard, right? Because if I'm going
Not
to
at
look
all.
for business information, I know who's in charge. I
Everything's
know who's
online.
in charge. And so,
Yes.
yes, this is part of my professional life. I know, how to find people. Plus, my mother, she done did background checks on anybody who ever said hello to us, but that's a whole nother story. Understanding and knowing that when we comment and share things in a heartless way. I think that was the part for me. I feel for the families. I do not disagree that this is a hard thing, and it's a different mindset when there is loss of life for a family member, right?
Yeah.
I just find it to be interesting, the people, the majority that is saying that's supportive of this execution for the CEO. And the reason why is this: we can't agree on nothing, right? We could barely agree on who getting into the White House in January, but we got such a large onslaught of people commenting in a way like his life didn't matter. His life did matter, but we want changes in insurance, yes, but this person's life mattered to his family, to his community, and we got to try to figure out how we can amplify better ways for us to be able to say, you know what, it is wrong what the insurance companies are doing. People are actually losing their lives. When you think about the difference of whether it is cancer, whether it's a brain injury, whatever the situation is, somebody who doesn't know me is making decisions for me and my family without like taking without taking inventory for what it is. So I just remember that when we went through the medical emergency ordeal with my son, and we came in the room, and it was very important for me to say, listen here, doctor, come here, listen here, nurse, this is Raymond. Right? This is not patient 2955 on the third floor in the third bed at 2:45.
Yes.
He is a son. He is a uncle, right? He is a significant other to people who absolutely love him. And care changed at that moment. I need you to
advocate.
Know, it changed as soon as they understand. I need you to know you're not leaving this one in the corner, because we literally here on the clock now. Y'all can keep us quiet, because when we start talking, just forget about it. Okay. So understanding that advocacy in these areas is still important and we still need it. So it's like, that was the reminder for me. We still need advocacy for those who are the forgettable, who and for the CEOs and the business people who are the untouchables. We know that we are going to be going into a space as we get into the new year, and bureaucracy does what it does, and politics shows up in different ways. We got to figure out how do we support each other, right? It's not a one size fits all answer, but we have to figure out what is that secret sauce that we are coming together, because that it's so many tragedies in that one death that I wasn't even aware of.
But you know,
and it's sad because you're gonna see his kids. What hurts me the most is that because of social media, that image keeps playing back, and he has kids. This person has kids who is gonna get on social media and who is gonna see how their father, uncle, brother, his last moments.
Yeah,
you know, nobody
don't
was
understand
about,
that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Nobody was talking
fine.
about nobody was talking about healthcare though before that happened.
Right.
I mean, it's sad to say, you know, but nobody was talking about it before. Maybe because this happened, maybe there will be some positive changes and his life won't be in vain. You know, like the killing, the murder won't be in vain.
Yeah.
True.
It's our hope.
Well, look, it seems as if this whole series of unfortunate events has brought this level of conversation back to the table in regards to how capitalism is now the controlling factor with healthcare and big pharma in this company. I'm listening to you share, you had some of them thoughts when you had to go and get baby girl's EpiPen and they told you wasn't covered and it was gonna cost you $800. Baby, ain't nobody got time to be playing them kind of games, especially when you
pay for it already.
Yeah, and it's coming out of your paycheck. And like you said, Ron, you ain't getting no notice, you ain't getting no email, you ain't know nothing about them no longer covering your daughter's life-saving medication. So, while all of the craziness has been going on, I've turned my attention to the other conversations where, hey, I believe this is going to impact what Big Pharma has been charging for so many different life-saving medications. Like, like say, for instance, as a breast cancer survivor, right? They prescribe tamoxifen tamoxifen for me. And here I am at the pharmacy, ready to pick up my tamoxifen, and I'm so used to having to pay some form of a copay. Okay, why I ain't have to pay for the tamoxifen, yo? So that made me think. Y'all giving me something free, I don't trust it. First of all, that's because tilted. It's got a Y in it because I be having
when it's free.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah. What change?
Yeah, why is this free? Because y'all ain't giving away nothing. Okay, why is this free? And I, as I've been perusing the different support groups that I participate in, I began to hear the stories of some of the traumatic side effects the women have been experiencing from this particular therapy or a round of therapy treatment that is often prescribed to women who are in the breast cancer community. And y'all already know Miss Thing got a mouth. One of my friends calls me loud mouth, and I appreciate it because I'm going to say something. I'm fitting to do some research, and I'm about to advocate for myself. This, if I take this, is to prevent this. But this, that, and the third could actually happen while I'm taking this to prevent that. Well, baby, thankfully, I'm no longer on that medication because it was doing some stuff to me. And because I advocate for myself so well, I stopped taking them pills, had a conversation with my oncologist, and it was determined, hey, you really don't need to take it because there's nothing to prevent because you didn't have anything in the first. Thank you. Why would you prescribe something to me and give it to me for free?
Because they want you to, and they don't want you to get well, because they want you to get sick again.
And that's
it's like this. It's like that Munchausen syndrome. So think about it this way: the big pharma is our mama and our daddy, and they making us sick with Munchausen.
Okay, and that makes perfect sense because there are some people who think that they can't survive with without whatever the doctor prescribed, when a lot of times when somewhere down the line they actually discovered they've been given a placebo the entire time. So
mindset.
It's the mindset that's attached to the pill. It's the mindset that's attached to the beverage. When at the end of the day, every last one of us on this panel knows tonight that God has already given us all things pertaining to life and righteousness and godliness. Yeah, I kind of edited that scripture right now because I need that righteousness to be in the middle of it all. We have all things, right? Yes. We have the natural remedies, the
on earth as it is in heaven.
Right, we have these things, like, say for instance, my friend who calls me loudmouth was sharing with me how his grandmother used to take the roots from the trees and make the healing medicines for the village. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, very excited and speaking about it. And then fast forward, not only is this young man telling me these stories, we have our own Christian herbologist. Shout out to Nicole Whitfield, Whedon, our sister from She's Transparent. Listen, there is a science to using the natural remedies, and it involves a lot of study. So you know what to put together to produce the result you're seeking. But check it out. Westernized society labeled it witchcraft and convinced so many people that practice was wrong. Now, the last time I checked, my grandma taught me how to go in the kitchen and use the herbs to heal my body. So we using peppermint tea and ginger tea and hibiscus tea for the blood pressure. We over here, what? We got some things I can't necessarily pronounce properly on air, so I'm not going to do that to y'all or myself. But there are many, many healing herbs in the form of tea bags in my cupboard downstairs.
It's true. We just got to get on it.
Yeah. So like you said, Rhonda, we got it, and you too, Marisol, we got to hit him here.
Yeah.
What would happen if more of us began to look into the homeopathic route? We could
they'll get less.
Decrease.
We could legitimately triple an industry. We really could. if we took
They
our
don't
time.
want us healthy. They don't want us healthy. They put stuff in our food. Okay, so I started trying to get healthy, and then when I went to, I'm not gonna say the name of the store, but I went to this store that starts with a W, and it's not as healthy as you think. It's not as
No, she
healthy
didn't.
as you think.
It's not. Nothing that
No, it's not. If
Uh,
you grow it yourself, that's the healthiest way. The
I'm about
healthiest
to have
food is
buckets
food that you
all
grow
over my
yourself.
car for the stuff.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
healthiest food. The food you
My
grow
grandfather,
yourself.
in, my grandfather in Puerto Rico, down the line, he was a curandero, like a house doctor, and he would do all that stuff.
Mhm,
Hmm.
mhm.
And they
And,
were
and
healthier back then.
right. And, and a lot of us have seen this practice in a lot
They
of the
were dying
historical
from the
pieces we brought.
colonizational diseases, the whatever the syphilis people were bringing, and the TB and
Mhm.
all that. They weren't dying because of the food they
Yes,
were eating. They were
the
dying from
diseases.
those I'm not gonna say it, but they were
Yeah.
dying from those diseases, you know?
Yes.
I'm like, time out, Marisol. Don't go
But
there.
there's a book that my aunt, my second mom, I call her my aunt, that she lived by, and that's how she would heal us. And it's called Back to Eden by, is it Jetro Ross? I think that's the author, but it was called Back to Eden. And any ailment you had, she will go to this book. She'll make the tea, she'll make the rub, she'll do everything from scratch. And that's how I grew up. We only grew up going to clinics to get like our immunization shots, but everything was healed at home. Everything was at home. And until I came to this country and realized, it was a whole different cultural shock in a way, how people run to the doctor for everything, get
Yeah.
pills, and it's just a cycle that goes back and forth like this. And I never like medication because one, I don't like to swallow the pills, but and I have an issue like my past, like some of you know my past with opioids. So I try very hard to stay away from medication. If I have to take it, I have to be so careful. And when they give you those pills to wean you off, I'm done even before they said to wean me off. I'm sorry, I don't follow
Mhm.
because I'm done. I was like, I can't
I
do
have to
this.
with my husband. It's too
So
much.
I'm very, very cautious when it comes to pills because I was hooked on pills before. And that part of my life, when I look back at it, I'm like, wow,
I'm so
I could
grateful
have
that
been a
God saved
statistic
you.
because of the medication. And we never knew until now. It's a big thing that opioids are not good. But before we were getting it like crazy, like you go in your
That was
medicine cabinet, there's
that was
so
the
many.
new crack. That's like that
Yeah,
was the new crack.
yeah, yeah.
Legal, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
Legal.
and and because of how it was distributed and how it the streets, all of a sudden we have a number of
Did we lose Nikita?
I think we lost her. I'm like, why would did
I'm
we
bad.
okay, we got the roll back. We got
Yeah,
the
because
roll.
I saw what was going on, but yeah, it's just been wild with what's been happening with the
Yep.
healthcare system, and hopefully we'll see an overhaul
Change.
continue to happen in the very near future. So look, we got one more topic here.
Bring it
Um,
on.
yo,
Come
we
on.
got drones all over the state of New Jersey, all over the country. I promise you, one of my friends down in Virginia, she posted a photo she'd taken of the sky shortly right before we hopped on live. And
Hmm.
we got so many people concerned. And and then again, we about to have a change in administration, position of power at the head of this country. This is a question. Karen, you wrote this question, and I kind of hear it in your voice.
So the
Yeah.
question is, we've this conversation started about a month ago, right? When all of the results were in and we knew what it was going to be, and we had our maybe sleepless nights, and we done started blocking people on the social medias because we like, you're out of my life. All of that. We did our Michael Jackson, right? And then we started thinking about like this mass U.S. exodus. Like, where we going? What we doing? And so my question is dual citizenship. We leaving or no? What we doing here, right? So, kind of one of my things was we talked about it and we joked, right? But this is a real option that people are looking into, and so it was like, how do we? One, have the conversation. Y'all know we're gonna bring laughter to it. It's gonna be funny, no matter whether there is a tinge of seriousness while I pack up boxes. Anyway, but I also want to know, what are the options you looking at? And have we looked into, are they gonna open their doors to us or be like, nah, keep that mess over there?
Well, they'd be like, why you treated all immigrants like that? Get out of here.
So
Right now, you trying to seek asylum? No.
Yes, girl.
So now it's a real thing because right now we're not technically in a civil war, right? Let's think about it. But come the new year, unless this is why we're trying to work on preparing how we can work together just better, right? Because everybody's still gonna want their way. Certain people don't know how to work together, right? They don't forgot all of the lessons
in the sandbox.
in pre-K, in the sandbox of we got to share, we got to be kind, be patient, all of the things. And then it's like, no, mine. All right, now we get there, people are ready to leave. So are we going to Mexico? We going to Canada? Are we going to Belize? Where we going? I want to know.
I got a plan.
And I'm not saying put it all out there, right? Because some of this stuff, we know these internets is crazy. We gotta be, a little careful with how we move it. But it was a conversation at our house. Are we staying here? What are we doing? Are we going to wait it out?
Dual citizenship. I'm gonna try dual citizenship somewhere. I started my DNA stuff, and I'm getting close. Once I finish doing all my little personal things, even if I don't move, I love options. And so I think I am going to seek for dual citizenship, or if not, become a citizen somewhere, because in case something happens, I have somewhere to go already, and my family, whoever wants to come with. I just can't trust the US anymore.
Yep, and our sister Jackie, we gotta send a shout out. Hey, boo, we love you. She would like to know, can I become a resident of Aruba?
Sure, there's a lot of coconuts, a lot of coconut trees down there, a lot of land and beach. You could take a spot on the beach, Jackie.
Jackie, we're gonna get a book. We're gonna get some umbrellas. We're gonna get some raincoats and galoshes, and we gonna wait it out over there. So that's what
Tribe Island. We're gonna call it Tribe Island. Tribe Island.
I love it.
And we're gonna survive because maybe we can get shelter, fly in occasionally, and piece together some leaves.
Spain has a good. Yeah,
some of the feathers from the exotic birds on that island. We're gonna be fly on Tribe Island because I too am seeking dual citizenship somewhere.
I like the name Tribe Island.
I like
Tribe Island.
Origin, bushes, teas.
I'll be in charge of the hair and makeup. Don't worry, girls. I gotcha.
I'll be cooking.
Yeah, you be cooking.
I'll take some of all your protein juices and everything.
Yes, we got everything right there. We be get them sticks. I'll be ready. Girl Scout ready.
So Spain has a really good dual citizenship program. I've been looking. Portugal has one.
The countryside.
There's a few really good spots I've been looking into.
And if y'all looking into Canada, y'all better hurry up because they tired of us.
I'm going in as a Bajan. Hey,
that's where the new Mrs. President is going to be going.
There you go. That's why they tired of. Okay, never mind.
Look, I'm just ready to beam me up, Scotty. I love Star Wars, and I just want to know what's above and beyond. So I'm like, are you ready? Take me to your leader.
On the mothership. Hey,
on the mothership. Welcome, Wakanda.
So wait, I gotta be tacky. You know I gotta be tacky. You think them drones is up there actually scoping out the best of us to be taken with them?
They
I
only
think
want
the drones
intelligent
are coming
people. Do
by
you
and they're
not
gonna
watch
look
the
at
movie?
Nikita. They're gonna look at Nikita and be like, damn, we gotta take you right now.
They search for intelligence. We know that they look for
I think if
intelligence.
they start at the White House, they're gonna keep on going. But that's just they're gonna be like, "There's no life there. Keep going."
They're gonna be like,
Nothing
listen,
to see
listen,
here.
Linda, you can't even eat in there. There's only MTD. Get out, get out.
They're
I
trying to
told
kick
you
you
it
with
was
the
gonna be
food,
laughter.
y'all.
It's
I
gonna be
told you it
bad.
was gonna be laughter.
But
So we
the
knew
drones
that.
have been here since summer. And
Yep.
that's why I don't understand why people are so. And I know because the days are shorter, you're seeing more. But on Friday nights, when me and my husband's having dinner, I look up and I see all
And
these
there's a whole
bright
bunch.
lights. I thought it was stars, but stars aren't red, stars aren't green.
I
So I
think it's
knew
a
there were drones. And
distraction.
I was like, it's just normal because I think more people are out there with their drones. So I keep saying to people like if whatever is up there wanting to harm us, you think they'd be waiting and watching so long? It would have been done a long time ago. Like really.
They would have
So
did it
I
in like
don't know.
1978 when my dad told me, look out the window. I think this is a UFO.
Listen, I need you to know that this is a real thing. There are states that are banning weather modification, right? So the
Yes,
fact that it needs to be banned, we ain't paying attention,
something
right?
is going on.
And this is we are we're making light of it. It is jokingly being said, but these things have been happening. And so the fact that we are paying attention to it now means that I need you to know, listen, on sale Black Friday. They've been on sale for Black Fridays for a little while. Like, and every year it's like people get more into it. And it's an interesting thing because
I
I
just
know
want
we
the
were
drone to take pictures of us.
That's what my
I
son,
mean,
my
it's a
son
beautiful
study
thing.
drones. That's what my son goes to school for. He
Yeah.
does agricultural drones and he's teaching me so much. And I can't
Oh, wow,
believe
that's so
I
interesting.
really can't believe the type of drones that are out there. It's unbelievable. And the price of the drones. They are advanced than the little things that you kids used to play and go around like this.
Right.
These things are huge.
So you think
Huge.
they're
They are.
altering the
They are.
weather? You think they're altering the weather?
Well, not just that, because in the good side of things, drones are
Yeah.
used for so many different types of data collection. There are movie directors and producers that use it for
Yep.
their different levels of cinematography, but it
Football.
They
also
count
allows
snakes. They
yes,
count
and it
snakes.
allows people to go into places that they
Mhm.
couldn't. So shout out to one of our partners and sponsors, Rasheen Pugh, who he puts on for his Save the Arts TV, that the repo man is now using the drone.
Wow. So they
So
watch you?
so they're going in to see the location of the car, because when it comes to repo, you got like 2.5 minutes before mama and them come out the house and try to beat you down so you don't take their car. So they're sending the drones in early to scope out the place, and then they come and they drive in for
You just scoop it up.
auto repossession and scoop their car
Wow.
in minutes.
That's
So
amazing.
and these are things that we never would have thought of. So when we think about AI, when we think about all of the different things, we never would have thought of it until somebody said, let me see how this is going to go down. And this is the era that we're in right now. So,
There's positive and negatives, but I feel like sometimes with all this technology and all the stuff that comes around, that is all the time like to hit us in our pockets. Now they're doing
Yeah.
that so that way the repo guy gets a head
Yes.
start. Like that's messed up.
But you know
Well,
what? Just like 3D printing. When everybody heard about 3D printing, they were so excited. Oh, we can print this, we can
Oh, you
print
can
that.
print
My
guns.
daughter was so excited. And I said, but that means you can 3D print weapons. And she was like, why did you go there, mom? I
okay.
said, because there's always good people doing stuff for the good of society. And then there are other people who want to take it on the other side. And I said, wait and see. They'll be 3D printing all kind of stuff. And so said that. Here we got 3D printed guns.
It's
I'm
not.
Yeah,
like,
so listen,
Well, can somebody out
technology.
there print me a 3D car, please? So I can
You're right. Yo, listen, but what
No.
kind of gas will that 3D card take? That's a whole nother conversation, Marisol. But check it out. Listen, I'm trying to say,
electric.
look, hey, yo, okay, I'm paper electric. Look, we got to look. I'm looking at the time, and we got to kind of move things along. I was just trying to add to y'all. You know, it's some of y'all don't realize that your Amazon packages are actually being delivered by drones as well. That's real talk. They've been testing the technology and how it can improve their business module for quite some time. So, you know, let's do our best to remain prayerful
Yeah, people will lose their job.
while they're trying to figure out what they want to tell us about what's really going on with these drones all up and all over the place. So, you know, we gonna turn the needle because it's 8:30, y'all. We had a great number of different conversations on tonight. We got to keep moving forward. Sugar, because you know I've been over here snacking on these little shrimp that I had made for myself to eat. But y'all know my soul is thirsty and I'm hungry, y'all. I am hungry and I want my weekly meal. It's been a while. I'm a little starvation, a little anorexic right now. So I gotta open the floor.
You still got some space there. Don't worry.
Listen, no, not for this. I need some spiritual nourishment that only my sister, Coach Cash herself, can provide me with her reflection of purpose. So, Coach Cash, don't let this shrimp be the only thing I'm eating on air tonight. Take it away.
We gonna get right into it because you know we right at the hour, and so we appreciate the conversations. But y'all know I come with the title today. I just want to remind you the sign of the times, and so as we track different things in our life, the sign of the times tell us we need to not only be in preparation mode, but this is the time of year where we sometimes see certain things slow down while other things move a lot more quickly. You got to kind of make sure that you are taking inventory for what's in your sphere of influence, right? What's in your circle of influence, and check on what's the sign of the times. And this is real easy if I tell it to you this way. If it's cold in your region, put your hat and scarf on. Don't be out here in your t-shirt and shorts. We had 65-degree weather today. I'm the only one. Okay, well, me and a few others had coats on today, right? I don't trust this weather because I know the sign of the times. It still flew out here. The sign of the times. Just because we get one warm day does not mean that the work ends. It means be vigilant in the area that you're in. Make sure you take a page from our sister friend Rhonda. Check on your friends that maybe y'all haven't spoken to in a while. Why? Because we don't know what battles our friends and family are experiencing. As I mentioned to somebody, take that PTO. Why? Because, honey, if you fall out tomorrow, they're going to have your position posted. They're going to give you a 2-week grace period, and then somebody going to be in there, and they're going to say, this is the new Karen. The devil is an entire liar. The sign of the time says take care of yourself and make sure that as you enter into those rooms, you set safe boundaries for yourself, whatever that looks like. Maybe for you, you could push a little bit further. Maybe for me, I need to sit down somewhere because don't nobody need to deal with tired and needing to take a nap, Karen. Don't nobody deserve that. Whatever the sign of the times is telling you, don't go ahead and spend all your money when the sign of the times tell you that in 16 more days, you're going to have to pay rent, whether you got a Christmas tree or not. Be mindful of what it is that's in your pocket. What does your budget allow? And if that means you need to send somebody a call and say, you know what, I was thinking about you. I'm gonna tell you, because the real ones will say, I'm grateful for you, right? Let's celebrate Kwanzaa. Let's celebrate Hanukkah. Whenever all of these other things, let's celebrate baby New Year after the checks clear. Do not let what you see somebody feeding you as a sign of the times be what dictates the movements that you make. For many of our friends, they gearing up, they are waiting for New Year's to get here so they could incorporate their New Year's resolution. Don't do that. It only take 21 days. That means that if you start today, by January like 4th, you will be in January 4th or 5th, you will be in that 20th day and be ready to tackle the advances of whatever 2025 is going to bring. You know, we talk about the word of the year, the word of the month. My word for this year in 2024 was pursue. And it does not mean that while we got 14 more days that I'm going to sit here and not do the thing. Pursue. So I remind you all today, be mindful of the sign of the times. Pursue the things that are still yours. Just because it didn't come, God ain't never late. He is always on time. So activate your faith to know that as you operate within the sign of the times that you're seeing that benefits and impacts yourself and your community, you're going to see it win. And y'all know what the next line is. So that I can be here for the cake. Listen, Rhonda Keita owed me some cake. She had ate my cake the last time I was there.
She shouldn't have left it here.
Fudge
I
on
really know what it
fudge,
is.
chocolate on chocolate.
I took the cake. Yeah, the cake was there.
Y'all know I'm fat. Y'all thought I was gonna be in this house with some cake.
So I got to come back just to redeem my cake. Y'all redeeming time. I'm trying to redeem.
I didn't even get no cake, so y'all better
Redeem the cake.
on the 27th. We're gonna have lots of cake.
Redeem the cake.
They're there for it.
That's your reflections of purpose. Remember
Well,
the sign.
all right. Well, you know, listen, we've had an amazing show tonight. Thank you all for participating. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you, Marisol. Thank you, Karen. You know, I got to end it with a just be. And, you know, just be merry and bright. That's all I'm going to say. Just be merry and bright. Those two things don't cost you nothing but a little bit of your own personality. Be merry, speak a word of kindness to a stranger. Be bright. Y'all got some beautiful teeth. Stun on them. See that? Stun on them, because so many people could really use your light right now. We just had a conversation about the CEO whose family is actually in mourning right now in this season, who lost their father in such a tragic way. Be merry and bright. And yeah, I'm celebrating my child's birthday today, but in a couple days, I might actually be in tears. Why? Because it's my mother's birthday, and I don't get to call her and sing happy birthday off key on this side of heaven. So, you know, I'm going to choose to be merry and bright. I'm going to surround myself with the people who feed that positive energy with their own positive energy. And baby, if you come around me or anybody I love with negativity, you got to get from around these parts, because now is not the time to be the conduit for gloom and doom. We need to be the condiment. Excuse me. Well, condiment, because you know we do add flavor as the salt and the light. We do add flavor as the salt and the light. You know, God be using my little quips. Listen, be merry, be bright, because you don't know who you may be encouraging to live life just one more day. We are Unhinged Live. And ladies, y'all look beautiful. Listening audience, we love you. Replay viewers, we love you. And Karen, Rhonda, Marisol, I believe this and that is a wrap. Till next time, y'all.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. Happy Kwanzaa.
Christmas.
Konnichiwa.
Go eat your shrimp.